The 19th of April 2026. This is my Muko journal. M for Mike, N for Mike, Q for Umbrella, K for Kilo, of Oscar. I'm a tripolar man, so I need this. Time now is 9:06. So, I'm going with this here. So you're gonna have what I'm doing right now. I don't think I should be building the drones or building the. I'm gonna postpone the robotic systems, what robots I'm building, consulting on the metal. I'm gonna postpone all of that. I'm gonna postpone building any kind of I'll focus on the OB Nexus website, O for Oscar, B for Bravo, I for Indigo, N for November, E for Echo, etc. NEX US OB Nexus website. It's in Cloudflare, but I'm gonna still upload my ideas and thoughts to this website. So today, video, authentic persona development, dimensional game theory, classification for Kanine calculation, Kanine frequencies for the human calculation, calculation. So this video is one of the videos on dogs or canines. So a canine is a dog. So I'm trying to take the frequency, the voice, I'm trying to take I'm trying to use, I'm trying to have dimensional game theory, which is dimensional game theory, which states that there's a zero sum problem that why strategies and tactics matter is that these are like think of it, you have an A-star algorithm. I'm gonna start again. So dimensional game theory is my extension of game theory, which say in a zero sum game, the payoff is deterministic. In a zero sum game, the core theorem is in a zero sum game, the payoff is deterministic. So my understanding of that in a game, when it's a tie, the payoff is deterministic. When you have two perfect moves, two perfect plays of move in a game, the sum is deterministic. So the game is also open dimensions. Doesn't matter how perfect the game is. The game is chess. So I'm trying to take dimension game theory to classify the vocal, dog, and the canine vocalization, canine voices, canine barks as frequencies of modulation. So they can mean something. So those are going to be means to classify them. That's of course that via using ontological Bayesian intelligence here. So the ASIC will classify itself the Bayesian frequency of stuff, so they can interpret the words or personal intuition of the words. And there's canine color. So my dog Riley is behind me. There's a photo of Riley. There, I can't go back in the boxes, but my dog is Riley. I'm not really comfortable doing that because I don't think it's going to take me down. Oh no, that's Rocky. So I have one dog called Riley. That's my canine. Uh, canine, canine as in a canine dog. But the canine is just classification of dogs, like C within the C. So the beginning was C for Charlie, A for Alpha, N for November, I for Indigo, N for November. E for Echo is the canine classification of dogs. And the goal of this is formalize the vocal, formalize how frequencies distill like into from bass to treble, from rhythm to rhyme to infer meaning, to infer, not to dictate meaning, but to see whether there's anything meaning, any kind of coherent meaning in kind of so basically it's an inference system. It's not a dictating system. It doesn't tell you the word. This is one because it infers. Because it infers there's meaning. This one meaning means that there's a meaning in the system, and the system then has to have interpretations of the meaning. So it can be like three interpretations of a vocalized block, or for yes, no, maybe, minimum, and you can have three to any kind of max, any kind of meaning of system, because the system is Korean. So the dimensional game theory model actually have a voice color, so a working system for the way we in Sigi, and Sarah, I find go to Fuku, I find India. I find it. So the vocalization of a dog frequency of the canine is when the can one of my dog barks, and the dog will be barking, and the thing will be translating the dog word in real time because it's the color. Because it's the color, it's gonna it's not supposed to have a color, and I don't like agree with color, basically, unless the purpose for having a dog color, and that color is to see whether they're gonna understand what my dog is saying. So the frequencies are modulation frequencies of bass and treble, which are then classified into words. Uh, no, so the frequency modulation is like a volume, treble, things that are based by this kind of sound of a synthesizer. Basically, it's a synthesized language. It goes to the vocalization synthesized language. So basically, it infers and it synthesizes. So it takes the analog signal and creates digital equivalent of the analog signal, and that is called synthesis. So it creates a meaning that we can understand, but it's going to become in real time. It's going to be real time. So you're going to be talking in real time. So the dog was speaking some kind of language and doing something. So I've been seeing a lot of people to get this all sorted out. So I can go to Nigeria. I have to get my bank account in Nigeria first. So so I have to get money in Nigeria bank account first. So I can do something. So but I bought my phone today, so that should be easy to do today. Soon. So the first principles are infer language. So infer language, not to never dictate a language. Second principles are infer language is very important to self infer the language of the synthesis. And the second principle is digitize the language, digital signatures, digital synthesis of a language of an analog waveform. Via Fourier series, which are digital signals of the wave. So you have waveform. So the third principle is bass treble, bass treble, having it 85 decibels. 85 decibels is basically human voice. 85 decibels is basically human voice. 85 decibels. So 85 decibels are what the system has. So it's like 85 decibels. And I love dogs. I love dogs and cats. So 85 decibels is like uh, what it's meant to be. So the goal is to have we understand dogs then we can authenticate persona development for a dog. So the way to do this is basically develop dog person so you can find out what dogs really are wanting, what's happening in a dog's world, in a dog's world, in a dog's reality. What is it like to be a dog? Or but just let the dogs play around, get enough data sets, and let canines be canines, let dogs be dogs, let animals be but this was for dogs to say, my cat won't be superior, but because I love cats more than dogs, but the goal is to have them understand frequencies of modulation in a system of a system that expresses it as natural language to us humans. So basically, the algorithm is the algorithm precisely. The algorithm is again is the so if I have to put the formula into an algorithm system, um, barking comes from the form. There's a modulation frequency. The frequency there that means something. That is good. The dictates a kind of action, a statement, expression, and intent. And those frequencies are vocalized. So you're gonna have uh, an inference system, not a dictating system, that's a language that used to model digital systems, digital waves. And that's the formula. And that's what you do. You have to classify with Neo4j. And that's what, so the frequencies are inside the frequency is like your human voice. Your voice is not too loud, voice is not soft, and that's what the perfect threshold for your voice to be at when we conversion with someone. But that's what I'm saying. So it's gonna be a lot of data gathering or data insights. But you have to use Neo4j to do the Neo4j, which is basically a graph library, which I've been learning to do for a long time to kind of understand what the relationship between a lot of problems and defining these guys. But it's gonna be one of the topics we're gonna work on, but it's gonna be later down. So this is all the person I'm gonna work on. So that's the first one. So for authentic percentages of animals or canine dogs, to see what dogs really want to wear, dress, and see how we can address their needs of animals, the well-being of dogs, cats, dogs, and other canine animals, of species of canines. Thank you for watching the video. For my dog Rocky, and my other dog Riley. Thank you for watching the video. That's Rocky there. Let's pictures. See that? Thank you for watching the video. Sorry about that, guys.